You may be asking yourself, Hobble found out you had a strategy and just noped. You may be asking yourself why I'm taking a step back every time I throw a fireball. Because I'm standing in front of a pit and I know this game and its love of root motion. Every time I throw a fireball, I step forward, so I take 2 steps back. There's also a pit behind me, but I'm less concerned about that one. If I fall backwards down the hole, it's content. If I fall forwards down the hole, it's annoying. I actually went to my highlights page the other day to highlight the, I was gonna clip, but it's too long. To highlight the Dark Lurker fight. And in that highlight section, there is a weird highlight of, it's way too long, of me spawning in Colin as my summon to fight Ornstein and Smo, and then the entire walk up to the boss fight and the entire boss fight, it's way too long. But we talk about how there is a root motion glitch exploit in the Ornstein and Smo fight to despawn Smo. And then in Dark Souls 3, when you're fighting in that arena again, the boss you fight in that arena also has a root motion exploit to despawn them. Which is a really interesting coincidence. Root motion being your animation moves you, but it doesn't care about the world you're in. So, a good example is in Destiny 2. They had an emote, they still do have the emote, that's the Ministry of Funny Walks. But doing the emote caused your character to walk backwards. And you could walk backwards through the wall behind you. Okay, that is every location in the base game despawned. Yeah. Let's take a walk. If I've missed anything, DLCs I'll take care of at a later date. Once I do the optional bosses and Throne of Want, I'm gonna shelve this for a little bit. Okay, here we are back at the beginning of the game. And we're just gonna walk around. I can almost guarantee I have not missed any enemies. Like, we were very thorough going through everything. Oh, I should walk around with a torch. This way, we can also look for any invisible phantoms. And if we see any invisible phantoms, we'll just, you know, hit them a few times with the torch and move on with the day. There is a spell called Detect Life, but I don't know how it actually functions. So, while that could be useful, it could also be detrimental. The twins are invincible. There is nothing we can do about them. I also don't have any smooth and silky. So, tough luck. I'm not jumping across that. There's no reason to jump across that. Guard break, the thing that never works. Guard break is a Kingdom Hearts move. That's just Sora stabs more aggressively than normal. Boop, 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 doo, doo. Ring of Restoration, because I'm just slowly gonna accrue fall damage. And I would rather not deal with the consequences of my own actions. Here is the gender swap coffin. The beach where we had the two ogres, that was a fun time. Because we had to kill them before we could go forward. Pull the bonfire forward to Majula. So every time we died, we spawned back at the things betwixt bonfire. So far. We've lit every bonfire in the game. Base game. Oh, hey, this was from resetting the bonfire at Majula at the way long ago. That was done so long ago. The only enemy spawns in Majula are the pigs, which are of course gone. and the skeletons in the basement. But also, I want to talk to the map guy. Never mind. If he's dead, I already got his hat. I do need to kill off all the NPCs, but that's the last thing I'm gonna do. Oh, that's a mimic. That's mean. I don't have any Lloyd's talismans. Okay. Well, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. They're all the way up here. I was like, where the heck are my moon butterfly cuffs? Okay, switch these back to the enchanted gloves. That was a really mean mimic. Which is interesting that New Game Plus replaces some of the regular chests with mimics. Especially since the first mimic in regular New Game is so far into the game. So to have a mimic at the beginning of New Game Plus, that's mean. And here's where we spent a while. This little stretch of river at the beginning of the game, because of the ogre, was such an ordeal to get through. At this point, we were still using... For the ogres, I was using a bow. But we were still using paired weapons and just swapping through everything we found. We didn't devote ourselves to a build until basically the Pursuer boss arena. Not the Pursuer boss fight, because we killed the Pursuer early. But the boss arena for the Pursuer, just prior to that, we got the Dranglaic Claymore, which we used for the entire playthrough, basically. I didn't switch off the Dranglaic Claymore until Aldia's Keep. I used a lightning mastodon. What the heck is it? The lightning mastodon halberd +6 I used in Shrine of Amana. But otherwise, it was just, I'm gonna use my greatsword. And then we got the Dragon Rider's bow fairly early into the game. And we switched from the Dragon Rider's bow to the Hunter's black bow. We had our chimes for a good while because we were using them for Homeward. And then in Dragon Airy, we got the Aged Feather and we stopped using the chimes for Homeward. I still kept Miracles equipped, I just didn't use them. And then at the end of the game, right now, we've switched over to Pyromancies because it scales with Hollowing, like our weapon. So that was just a... And specifically, because of Lingering Flame, we switched to Pyromancies. For one specific spell, in one specific encounter. The thing I'm worried about the most is not moonlight butterflies, the poison butterflies. They're just kind of scattered throughout the map. I'm sure I could go on to F Extra Life and look up where these stupid butterflies are. I'll put the King's Ring on because I will need it in more than one instance. But I won't need the Ring of Blades because I'm not fighting anything. Ideally, in a perfect world, everything is dead. I've done what I needed to do. Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Please let me in. Okay. First of several loading screens we're going to walk through. This is the arena for the Giant Lord. This is where we started farming all of our giant memories. Run faster, Lalafell. No enemies there. You can do it, door. You can do it, door. Ah, praise be to door. Praise be to door. That has to be one of the longest door open close animations in gaming. I am ready to take all comers on that one. If you have a worse door opening closing animation in terms of length, send it to me on Twitter. It's linked in the video description. It's linked in my Twitch bio. We will count the frames and see whose door is worse. This room was also distinctly awful when we got here, because it was several turtle knights, confined area, and an invader. By the way, though I am hollowed and should not be able to be invaded, forlorn invaders don't give a shit about that. I was gonna traverse through everything, but I have 30 minutes until I have to leave, and I don't think I can walk through the world in 30 minutes. Not with that attitude, you can't. Dude, this game's massive. I'm just gonna go fight me the dragon. Ad starts in 3 seconds, which is fine because it'll take me forever to walk up to the dragon. Ad'll be over by the time I get there. Ring of Blades. Ring of Regen I really don't want. Dark Ring. The big thing is probably gonna be that Flame Quartz Ring +2. He's a dragon. He likes to breathe fire. I do need to take my 2 fragrant branches of yore and go to... Is it Aldia's Keep? I don't recall if it's Aldia's Keep or if it's Graveyard of Saints. There's 2 statues that I need to kill. But if it's Graveyard of Saints, those enemies don't despawn, so that's kind of stupid. Okay. This is the boss fight. I think if you put on the Ring of Whispers, you might be able to speak to him. No, never mind. Ring of Blades was there. It's like, what the hell did I unequip? Dragon! Dragon Tails, Dragon Tails. I don't know if he can be poisoned. I didn't do my homework on this one. Okay, that says cannot be poisoned. Woo! Big damage. We're dead here. Oh, we somehow survived that. Let's top off. If we keep range, it's just another example of why we're not allowed to have this many arrows on us anymore. I could be using cheaper life gems than old Radiance. He's dead. Oh, wow. Just bad positioning killed me there.